Hey guys, welcome to Surreal Stories. My name is Alisha Das. I'm co-creator of this channel. If you have subscribed to our channel, you will know that we also do videos with some facts from psychology. We already have a video on how our mind works, judgment and discernment. If you haven't seen the video yet, the link is in description below. Please go watch it. And in today's video, we will be discussing about biological factors affecting our personality. So, let's get started. To begin with, how many of us wonder whether we take after our father or our mother? For example, when a baby is born, we hear people say that, oh, how cute the baby is, and his eyes are just like his mother's, etc. Be it physical or mental, we all inherit some traits from our parents, right? So yes, I am talking about hereditary factors. We share certain physical traits or features such as height, color of our eyes, color of our hair, etc. We also inherit a few medical conditions such as anemia or low blood pressure if it is running in the family history. Similarly, if there is a history of any mental disorder or anxiety issue in the family, we might inherit that as well. Now, this is nowhere to blame on the person or the parents or the family history or anything. It is just a condition like any other and can be treated successfully. Now, what we need to understand is this isn't about just the mental conditions that are stigmatized as madness. It could be just as normal as anger level. Well, we cannot control how other people behave, but we surely can check ourselves and how we react if we come across someone who is suffering from anxiety issue or has symptoms of depression or as normal as an introvert person. And studies have shown that even if someone has inherited the mental conditions, it is the nurture or the environment that really makes a difference. We will be talking about environmental factors in our next video, but for now, please remember that any harsh criticism or bullying or negativity might have an adverse effect on the recipient who might already be suffering from some very serious issues. Another biological factor which is crucial as much is our nervous system. Now, we all know how our fingerprints are different from other people. Being so unique, it is also considered as an identification of the person. Now, what would you think if I tell you that our brain structure is also unique and different from other people, just like the fingerprints? Why some of us have an eidetic memory, whereas some of us can hardly remember any details? For me personally, it is very difficult to remember any face unless I have seen it like multiple times. But I also know that there are people who never forget a face they see or notice. You might be great at math or physics but struggle with poetry writing. You might be great with drawing or sketching but struggle with glass painting. Every brain has different combination of nerve cells. That is also the reason why everyone has different IQ and EQ levels. This nowhere means that we classify the most studious person as highly intelligent and the person with low grades as good for nothing. Not my word, guys, but that's how our society behaves, right? Now let's try to understand how this all works. From our childhood to the date, everything around us has affected our brain to be what it is today. Every situation, good or bad, affects one's brain in a certain way. And over the course of years, each one of us has developed a completely different brain anatomy. I'm sure everyone has heard the phrase, practice makes a man perfect. Although perfect is too strong a word here, but what happens when we practice something? we train our brain, right? Music or dance or sports or even practicing math. When we practice, our brain adapts accordingly and it stores in the subconscious mind. But we never practice positive thinking, right? We let the situations around us, the hurt, the bully, the judgment, the negativity frame our brain into something that we ourselves cannot figure out. If we get into trouble or some tough situations, the negativity and doubt is forced to cloud our judgment. It is because somewhere subconsciously we have let our brain get affected by the negativity or the bullying. Only if someone taught us in the childhood, right, to think positive, to be aware of what we feed to our brain and how it all affects us and the people around us. Stay tuned for our videos on mental health and please subscribe to our channel. It's free and you get a bundle of silent joy. Thanks for watching.